What's up, guys? I'm Chris, and today you're watching a magic review on Popschticle. Popschticle. Oh, right. Jesus. Sorry, I didn't bring enough for everyone. Anyway, Popschticle by Pop Haydn and Deuce Gala. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group over on Facebook. All right, so today we're looking at something a little bit different. This isn't exactly a trick, but I think it's a great prop that will allow you to incorporate laughs into your presentation, into your show. And I've used it a number of times now in my kids' shows, and both the kids and all the adults really do get a kick out of it. So, what is Popschticle? Popschticle is it's a prop. Where was I? What were the questions again? Where was that? Oh, right. Popschticle is a prop that comes in two flavors or two colors. And like I said, it allows you to get some laughs out of your audience. And I know Pop Haydn has been using this for years and years, and he incorporates it into all of his shows. You may have seen it before in his Mongolian pop knot routine. So what do you get? You are going to get one Popschticle. You can choose from that or the vibrant creamsicle. You have the choice, or you can get both. And I'll go over pricing here in a moment. So you'll get that. You'll get your video download or tutorial, and it comes in the packaging like this. Quality. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Everything Deuce Gala is always of the highest quality, and this is no exception. So these were designed to look realistic, but also to be completely lightweight, so you won't even notice it's there, and very durable. Also, if you happen to break the stick, it will take just a regular popsicle stick, and they have designed this so that it will accept a pair of needle nose pliers to get that out, because it is in there good, right? So you use pliers to get that out, push it in, and then it's in there firm. So I don't even know like how to explain how much this weighs, but I don't know. It's super light. It feels like I'm not really holding much of anything at all, to be honest. Now, when I say quality and I talk about how Deuce Gala always exceeds expectations, these even smell like the actual creamsicle and fudgesicle, which, you know, I wasn't expecting that. And not that you'll be around somebody close enough for them to smell it, but it's just one of those little things that Deuce Gala does that, you know, you could appreciate. I always do. So that's what you get. The quality, I kind of already touched on that. It's extremely well made. Okay, now I believe these are 3D printed, but unlike most things that I have received that are 3D printed, these don't look 3D printed, right? These have been done very well. I've used these in a number of my shows already, and you know, I assume after a while, after it goes back into your pocket, like some people will know it's probably not a real popsicle. However, I've never had anybody call me out, and I've used this about half a dozen times. It's just a good gag, right? You take it out, take a bite, and you put it back in your pocket, and that's where people kind of think, did he just put that in his pocket? And why does he even have one of those? So it you know, it catches people off guard, and it just gives you a little laugh. Now, Pop had originally bought I think it was latex or silicone, one that he found. It was a store that sold props for like movie sets or advertisements, and they had all very realistic props that were meant to look like food or other things. And he found this and he started using it in his show. So what does he do with it? Well, basically, he uses this to kind of cut out the dead time. So in his Mongolian pop knot routine, he really emphasizes that the rope is examined, right? Now, when the rope's being examined, the person examining it is busy, but everybody else, it's just kind of dead time. So that's where Pop will pull this out, take a bite, and then put it away. And it's not long, but it's just enough time to kind of break up that dead time so that people aren't just sitting there waiting for the next thing to happen. Now, this does come with a tutorial, right? And you might think, what am I going to learn, right? One thing is the handling, right? So you're not just going to bring this out like this, right? It's going to show you to bring it out. And make it really seem as if you're taking a bite and eating it, right? Now, handling is one thing, right? But the other thing that they really focus on is your attitude. Now, it's been kind of hard to demonstrate that on video for just a camera here, nobody in person, right? It's kind of on the spot, and I know this is for a review, so I just wanted to kind of demo what it is. But the idea behind this is that you really want to focus on the realism of this, making it look like you're actually taking a bite, enjoying it, and the attitude behind it, right? Because, I mean, if you just take it out, put it away, that doesn't do much, right? It's not funny. It doesn't hit like it would. So this was meant to be used, you just casually, as somebody's inspecting something or there's some dead time, you pull it out, you carry on with whatever you're doing. You pay no attention to it, right? So you take it out, you're watching them examine, and then you realize, oh, sorry, you wouldn't grab it there, but, oh, sorry, geez, yeah, sorry, I didn't bring enough for everyone. Then you put it away. So you're kind of, at first, you take it out as if that's just something normal to you, right? To have one of these in your pocket, to have a popsicle in your pocket, to take it out and eat it casually. And, that's just something normal to you, which gets your first laugh because it catches people off guard. And then you're not paying attention to it. And then when you realize that people are maybe laughing or looking at you strange, that's when you notice and you act a little bit embarrassed, like, oh, and then make a little gag and put it back in your pocket. And I found putting it back in the pocket is where I get my biggest laugh, because why would you put that back in your pocket? It's going to melt. Anyway, that's what this was designed to be and how it was designed to be used. So you'll really want to watch that part of the tutorial that talks about the attitude. Now, after it goes over the handling and that, there's also a little, jam session with Buck and Pop. And, he kind of goes over the history, tells you how it came to be. And I think it's worth the watch because it really goes into how you're able to get the most out of this while presenting it. So definitely check out the entire tutorial. It's not long, but it is worth watching. Difficulty level. So really, there's not much to this. You do want to practice it a few times in front of the mirror. You want it to look like you're actually doing this. Like this is real and this is how you would eat it, because you're not just going to take a bite and just, there's more to it. How would you actually eat a popsicle? So watch that and then practice it a few times. Watch yourself in the mirror. Convince yourself that you're eating this for real, right? And then portray that to your audience. They'll believe it too. Angles, really the only angle restriction. This, first off, this isn't designed to be used in close-up, because if you are looking very close up, you will see some of the lines and things. It it doesn't look extremely real close up, but even from a distance, like from here to there, I'm maybe 3 feet away from the camera, not even, and now it looks real, right? But this was designed to be used in a parlor setting or in a stage type setting. It looks better from afar, right? But it does still look really good close up. I just wouldn't use it close up because it's going to lose that believability, right? So anyway, you don't have to worry about angle restrictions in that sense. The only thing you need to worry about with angles is that you're bringing it out without exposing the bite. And most of the time, even if you kind of flash it a little bit, nobody's going to notice because they don't know what you're doing. And chances are, they're not even watching you when you first take it out, right? When they see you doing something, kind of bringing it up, that's when they're probably going to look, and then it's already, you're good. Right? So when you bring it out, you just want to make sure that you got that angle good, right? And then you can bring it down and show, you can be talking. Obviously, don't draw too much attention to it, but you just go on about your presentation and whatnot. And so, yeah, that's the only kind of angle thing. So just watch. Can it be inspected? No, definitely not. I mean, it's plastic, right? So you can't have it inspected, but you're not going to be in a situation where it needs to be inspected because you should be using this during a presentation, like a show, right? Where there's a good distance between you and your audience. After you finish the little bit, you move on to whatever you're doing, right? And it's not necessarily forgotten about, but their attention is redirected to what you're doing. So the idea of inspecting it kind of goes away. Pocket space, and is this a worker? So the pocket space, I mean, this is the same size as a regular popsicle. It's going to take up a pocket, right? With that, like it'll fit in pretty much any pocket, right? If I'm doing a show, I sometimes have, I'm wearing my kid's jacket right now. Not my kid's, like it doesn't belong to my kid, but this is what I wear for my kids' shows, plus more. But anyway, so sometimes I'll have these pockets full and maybe something in here, but I don't usually use this inside pocket, so it fits in there well. It can also go down into this pocket, pants pocket. It really doesn't matter, but it will probably take up an entire pocket. And but yeah, like I said, it's super light, so you're not going to notice it's in there, aside from that it's kind of a little bit of a larger prop. And is it a worker? Well, that's what this was designed for, in the sense that, you're putting this into your show, right? This isn't just something that you'll pull out and show somebody in a casual setting. It's designed to be put in your working show. So in that sense, yes, I think that this is something, like, honestly, for what it is, it's not much, right? And it's fairly simple, but it is powerful, right? I've never not gotten a big laugh in using this, and it's only been half a dozen times, but I think as you use it more, it becomes even more natural, and it's always going to get that laugh. So people will remember this. People will remember you for doing this, and I think it's great to add to your working set if you perform any kind of bit of comedy in your shows. So finally, what's the price, and is it worth your money? So, I don't know what this costs to make, but I would say that this is extremely affordable. The fact that this is going to last you forever, right? Maybe you're going to want to clean it every once in a while, but because it's plastic, you don't have to worry about washing it and whatnot, right? It'll wash. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever have to replace either one of these. And with that, that's why I feel that this is super affordable. The chocolate one is $20. The creamsicle one is $25. So I'm not sure why this one's a little bit more. Maybe it just uses a plastic that's a little bit more rare, or it's a little bit more unique. It can be seen from further away. But yeah, $20, $25, or you can get both, which it's nice to be able to switch them up for $40. Which makes each of them 20. So, I mean, that's the route I would take. But for something that's going to last probably forever, and it's going to get you laughs in your show, it's going to have people remember you or remember this moment, I'd say that that's an easy $40 well spent if you get both. So with that, pros and cons. I mean, the only negative that I could see someone feeling about this is that it's a larger prop, right? So if you're short on pocket space as it is, you may not be able to incorporate this, or you may have to take something out that would normally be in a pocket to put this in. So with that said, that's really the only thing. And for me, it's not a negative because I don't use all of my pockets in my show. So this already has a place. That's its permanent home, right, in my shows. So it's not a negative for me, but yeah, it will take up a pocket. Anyway, I will leave a link in the description below on where you can go to pick this up. I would highly recommend this, especially if you do some comedy. You won't regret it. So with that, I think that's all I got to say on Popschticle by Pop Haydn and Deuce Gala. With that, we'll see you at the next review.